Terry, your next question will be answered first by former Representative Biskupski.
Representative Biskupski, Mayor Ralph Becker, homelessness in our city continues to be a growing problem, and service providers, especially in areas around Pioneer Park and the Rio Grande area, are pushed to the limit. Crossroads Urban Center recently came out with a plan that includes a $30 million bond proposal. My question to you candidates is, what do you plan to do about the homeless problem, and would you consider bringing a bond proposal to voters?
Sure. Okay. So right now we're spending about $50 million in services for the homeless. That's government funding. I think it's really important that we take a hard look at how we are spending those dollars to begin with. Essentially do our own internal auditing on those dollars. We also have to really look at our processes. Are we being as efficient, as effective as we can be in this system? And it is a very large system of service. There is what I would say a real tragedy going on down at Pioneer Park and in that Gateway neighborhood. We've created an environment that is unacceptable to probably everybody sitting in this room and watching today. I am confident that there is every option needs to be on the table. And if we do bond, what is the bonding for? Is it for long-term housing, short-term housing, and who should do the bonding? This is not a Salt Lake City proper issue. The homeless people are coming from all over the Wasatch Front and all over the state of Utah and outside of our state. So this should not just rest on the shoulders of the people who live in Salt Lake City. And I hope that as we move forward, all options stay on the table so that we can get real resolution and change the dynamics of where we are today.
Ralph Becker, your 90-second opportunity.
Homelessness in Salt Lake City and really every community in large cities, certainly across the country, is an extremely challenging problem. Los Angeles, for example, just declared a state of emergency over its homeless population and homeless needs. In Salt Lake City, we have been struggling with this issue and in some respects have been leading the country. But going forward, it is so important that we step back and make the right decisions so we solve not only the current issues, but how do we best provide the services efficiently and how do we best lend those services through our facilities. A little over a year ago, Mayor McAdams and I, in the county and the city respectively, started a parallel effort to look at services from the county side, where most of the services are provided through the governmental sources, and from the city side to look at our facilities. We pulled all the stakeholders together from the whole region, private and public, all levels of government. And we have been working together to look at which facilities can work best to serve our actually many subpopulations within our homeless population. Just this August, we started to really integrate that effort. And by the end of this year, we will have a model. It's called a collective impact model around our services to use those services efficiently. And I commend the county and Mayor McAdams working with us for that. And we will also have a facilities to follow that model. So I think we have a great game plan going forward, and it may or may not, depending on the outcomes of that commission and the actions taken by the city and the county and the others, include a bond.
In rebuttal time, let me ask you to specifically hone in on one aspect. The sharpest critics of the existing status quo with homeless services say the services themselves can serve as a magnet and a mask of bad problems in that area, and they advocate the relocation of homeless services. Where do you stand as an individual on this date in 2015 on the advocacy of relocating homeless services? Representative Biskupski, first opportunity, 30 seconds.
You know, it's extremely expensive to pick up all the services and move them. That money would be better spent on providing some short-term or long-term transitional housing. We need to do assessments right up front with people who are coming through the door saying they are homeless and find out why they are there to begin with and give them the intensive case management they need to get back out and into an independent life and not consistently roll through our system of homelessness.
Mayor Becker?
When our facilities were located in downtown Salt Lake to serve our homeless population, it was before Gateway. It was really on the outskirts of town, and now we have grown up around that, and it is what's created these impacts and challenges within the neighborhood around it. Going forward, we need to look at relocation, but it needs to be the result of collectively us coming together. And that's what this commission will arrive at. I intend to follow the consensus results of our county and city commissions to allow us to go forward with the best results, whichever they may be.
Mayor Becker, you'll have the first opportunity to respond to this question. You stay right there. You look great on camera, just seated in that way, and you ask your question.
Okay. As according to the official Salt Lake City government website, approximately 97